Hey, this video is simply what is the purpose of imposing tariffs? So all the news lately has been about all the negative consequences of tariffs, but do you understand the value or the actual purpose of a tariff? So I'm going to rock through a few of these things and give you some examples. Maybe this will clear things up. Number one is the primary purpose of imposing tariffs is to regulate trade and protect domestic industries. So for example, tariffs make imported goods more expensive, encouraging consumers to buy domestic products. When you're thinking about that, this isn't anything new. U.S. tariffs on imported steel and aluminum started in 2018, and it's been adjusted over time, but it is still in place right now, and that's to protect U.S. steel and aluminum producers from cheaper foreign products, particularly from China, to ensure their survival of domestic manufacturers. Secondly is to generate government revenue. Tariffs provide a source of income for governments, especially in countries where other forms of taxation are limited or inefficient. So here's an example. Nations like India impose tariffs on a wide range of imported goods, and it's ongoing. They use it as a significant source of government revenue to fund public programs, given challenges in broad-based income taxation. Number three, correct trade imbalances. By making imports more costly, tariffs can reduce a country's trade deficit. So when you think about that, U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods under the Trump and Biden administrations, Section 301, this has been going on for a while, 2018 to present. So we're changing the dollar amounts a little bit, but it addresses the U.S. trade deficit with China and attempts to reduce the volume of imported goods that we get from China. So it makes sense. It does promote national security as well. When you think about it, tariffs can protect industries from critical national security issues like things like technology and steel. When you're thinking about this, U.S. semiconductor exports are restricted and tariffs on Chinese technology firms started in 2019. So this isn't new as well, but it's set up to protect the United States' technological leadership and prevent critical technology from being used by potential geopolitical rivals. Next is retaliation against unfair trade practices. The European Union set tariffs on United States products like motorcycles and whiskey in response to the steel and aluminum tariffs back in 2018 through 2021. Now that got suspended after a while, but we see a lot of retaliatory tariffs being put on both sides. And one of the things that the Trump administration commented on is balancing the playing field a little bit. So I honestly don't know what the total tariffs and rates are that we're being charged in other countries, and I don't know what we're charging other countries as well. So when you think about it, some of that is, well, if you're going to tax me, I'm going to tax you back and just inflate the prices. What they're doing is they're shifting that money towards the government and away from the consumers, right? It does definitely encourage domestic employment, and because it's going to boost local manufacturing under the Made in the USA, right? India has done this since 2018. They have a Made in India initiative aimed at reducing the dependence on other imports that they've got. So this isn't, exclusive to the United States. And then lastly, influencing foreign policy. So trade restrictions and pressure are used in order to do things like with Russia to cease its military aggression against Ukraine and things like that. This started in 2022 and it's still going on today on Russian oil, gas, and metals and so forth. So when you think about tariffs in general and wonder why we're imposing them, all it is a tax on foreign goods being brought into the U.S. And the value or benefit is to bolster the local economy. So I just gave you 7 different examples of how these tariffs have what their motives are. Whether they're beneficial or not is yet to be determined, but I think it's a good discussion to have is what is the value of tariffs in the U.S. So anyways, just wanted to put that out there for you guys to understand it, and I'll include this in a text underneath. Economy is a pretty big deal, and it has a large impact on our ability to accumulate wealth, so I just wanted to share with you some of the details. Have a great day.